My name is Jessica McCaskill, the undisputed welterweight champion of the world, and I'm here today to show you my belts. Let's get started. Boom. IBO, International Boxing Association. This is the only belt that I have from the IBO. I won this in 2020 fighting against Cecilia Braekhus, and the IBO is a very special organization to us because they always take care of us. They sent Rick his coach's belt, and they're always willing to try new things with us, make new belts. You have to get in good with these governing bodies because, you know, they have goals for their governing sanctions and we have goals and they can make it happen. So shout out to the IBO. Love representing you guys. Next belt, please. This is the WBA, the World Boxing Association belt. I actually have two of these. First one I got in May of 2019 when I fought in Maryland and I fought against Anaís Sanchez. This was her belt and I was fighting her for her belt. But at the time, I also had another belt, so both of them were up for grabs. This fight was crazy because she is from Argentina, and Argentinian fighters are known for coming forward and just putting it all out in the ring. And little did she know, she was coming and getting the same thing from me. This fight won us the round of the year. The very last round, the 10th round, we put it all out there and we're going blow for blow. And the Ring Magazine awarded us the round of the year. Next belt, please. All right, this is the IBF, the International Boxing Federation. Now, some of these belts, whether it's gonna be a male or a female, are gonna be different colors. I believe the men's IBF belt is all red. This one is baby blue. This one was also awarded to me after defeating Cecilia Braekhus in Oklahoma in 2020. That fight was crazy because it was out in the street. We were going through COVID at the time and it got pushed back from April to August. And we just had to be ready for whatever came at us. And what came at us was a lot of heat on that asphalt, but I spanked that ass. So we got the belt. Next belt. This is the WBO. Again, the men's belt is not going to be pink. I think maybe theirs is blue, but this is my pretty in pink WBO, World Boxing Organization belt. This one got shipped all the way from, I believe, Puerto Rico, and then they called me to make sure that I got it. So I really appreciate them reaching out. Sometimes they will specialize the belt for you. They have my name, the welterweight division, and who I fought to win this belt. Won this belt defeating Cecilia Braekhus, and this is the only WBO belt that I have. Next belt. This is the beloved ring belt. I have one. I'm happy. There's more things to do in boxing than to get a ring belt, but this was definitely one of my top goals. This belt is so special because it's so hard to get a ring belt. You have to be ranked number 1 or number 2 to even fight for this belt. Maybe number 3 if 1 or 2 are busy with another fight that's coming up, but it has to be usually ranked 1 and ranked number 2. So the first time I fought Cecilia, I was coming up from 140 pounds to fight at 147. So I wasn't ranked at all in the welterweight division. After I beat her, I was ranked number 1 and she was ranked number 2. So when we did the rematch, the belt was up for grabs because after I beat her, it then became vacant. This is the only vacant belt that I've ever fought for. Every other time I've had to take it from the champion who's had it for years and years, who's had it for fights and fights. But I know these belts are mine. So if you have a belt that I don't have, I'm coming for it. Next belt. This is the WBC belt, World Boxing Council. My first WBC belt I won in Chicago, 2018 at the Wintrust Arena. It's my very first belt and my mom snuck in town, didn't tell me she was there and happened to be there to see the whole thing. Completely special. This was also one of the last belts to say female on the bottom. They no longer distinguish the male and the female belts. Everybody gets the same WBC belt. I have 2 of these. I won my second one, again, defeating Cecilia Braekhus. That's all the belts. I got 8 belts. If you don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, don't call me, all right? You wanna fight me, get a belt, get your game up, and then hit up Rick Ramos.